Good morning! You're watching Tap in Time. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you're not already, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. So, without further ado, let's tap in time. In today's video, we're going to be doing a gentle warm-up. It is always important to warm up the muscles that you will be using when tap dancing. To begin, let's start with our posture. I would like you to stand with your feet in parallel, making sure that your feet are not too wide or too close together. Your feet should be shoulder width apart. Think of an invisible straight line from your shoulders all the way down to your feet, making sure that your knees are slightly bent and not locked back straight. Perfect. Let's move on to our bends and rises. We are going to take some gentle bends and rises. Please do this exercise at a speed that feels comfortable for you. So, with our feet in parallel, we bend our knees, making sure that our heels stay on the floor. We straighten our knees and rise onto our toes to stretch our ankles and then lower. And again, we bend and we rise. Perfect. Let me show you from a side view. Bending the knees, making sure the heels stay on the floor, and we rise onto our toes and lower. Great. Let's move on to our ankle circles. Using the right leg first, we are going to rotate the ankle to make 4 circles going clockwise. We are then going to do the same rotation 4 times but anti-clockwise. If you need to use a chair for balance, please do so. We then repeat this on the left leg, but going anti-clockwise first, and then clockwise. I find that looking at one spot and focusing on it helps me to balance. Next, we are moving on to our flex and point. So again, starting with the right leg, we are going to flex the toes to the sky and point them to the floor. So we're going to flex and point, and flex and point. Let me show you from a side view. We're going to flex the toes to the sky and point them to the floor. Perfect. Let's do the same thing again, but on the left leg. Flex the toes to the sky and point them to the floor. Flex and point. Perfect. Let me show you from a side view. Flex the toes and point them. Flex and point. If you do need to hold onto a chair for balance, please do so. Great, let's move on to our toe taps. Now that our ankles are nicely warmed up, I would like you to take your right leg and gently tap the toe tap onto the floor, making sure that the movement isn't coming from the whole leg like this, making sure that the movement is coming only from the ankle like this. Let's move on to that left leg. Same thing again, making sure that that movement is only coming from the ankle and not from the whole leg. Perfect. Let's move on to relaxing those ankles. And finally, let's gently shake out those ankles, making sure that there isn't any tension and that they are nice and loose. Starting with the right leg and then moving on to the left leg. Let me show you from a side view. This is what it would look like if there was lots of tension. And this is what it would look like when they're nice and relaxed. Perfect. For the last part of this video, I'm going to piece together all of the exercises, so please feel free to join in at home.